In 1977, two scientists who had never played a round of golf in their lives invented a ball that fixed the average golfer's worst nightmare: the slice. Their creation reduced hooks and slices by up to 75%. It met every single rule on the books. And within 4 years, the governing body of golf didn't just refuse to approve it. They rewrote a 300-year-old rulebook to make sure it could never be used in competition again.
We find this brand of golf balls all the time, and here's one of them. They're actually illegal to use in tournaments because they're supposed to help your ball fly straight. So it's pretty funny that somebody lost one and we were able to find it. Anyways, that's my Polara ball. Make sure to comment a golf ball you think we don't have.
This is the story of the Polara golf ball, the ball that was banned, not because it broke the rules, but because it broke the business model. The 1970s were a boom time for recreational golf. Courses were being built at a record pace. Equipment companies were printing money. But for the average weekend golfer, one problem remained unsolved, and it was the problem that made the game miserable: the slice. No driver fixed it, no iron compensated for it, no lesson fully cured it. It was the single biggest reason casual players quit the game, and then two complete outsiders walked in with the solution.
This Polara golf ball is self-correcting. It is illegal, but apparently it can fix your ball from slicing or hooking. I tend to hook the ball. I'm going up against Tate, who hits every ball straight. Can this give me an illegal advantage? Can I beat Tate? 3-hole challenge. Let's go, baby. What makes the straighter, Tate? It's the dimple pattern?
Dimple pattern. There's got to be some kind of weighting in there too, Alex, right?
Yeah, I think so, because they want you to line it up every time.
It's got to be perfectly aligned every time.
Every shot you line it up.
Daniel Nepler was a physicist. Fred Holmstrom was a chemist. Neither of them played golf, but they understood aerodynamics. In 1972, they filed a patent for a golf ball with an asymmetrical dimple pattern. 6 rows of standard dimples around the equator, shallower dimples everywhere else. The concept was simple. The execution was radical. PGA/Victor began production in 1975. Sales launched in 1977, and the market responded immediately. Over 100,000 packages of a dozen balls sold in the first year alone. Recreational golfers had found something that actually worked. Here is what made the Polara different from every other ball on the market, and what made the establishment nervous. A standard golf ball has a symmetrical dimple pattern. Every dimple is roughly the same depth, spread evenly across the surface. This means the ball has no preferred spin axis. Whatever side spin you put on it, the ball obeys. If you slice it, the ball slices. If you hook it, the ball hooks. That is by design. The Polara rejected that design entirely. Its shallow equatorial dimples reduced lift in one orientation. Its deeper polar dimples modified the ball's moment of inertia, creating what engineers call a preferred spin axis. In plain language, the ball wanted to fly straight. When a golfer put side spin on a Polara, the ball self-corrected mid-flight. The data was not ambiguous. In robot testing at 95 miles per hour with a deliberately induced slice swing, a leading competitor ball drifted approximately 80 feet to the right. The Polara landed in the fairway. And here is the detail that matters most. When the Polara hit the market in 1977, it met every single existing USGA standard. There was no rule against asymmetric dimples. There was no symmetry rule. The ball was fully conforming under the regulations of the day. The Polara did not break any rule. It simply exposed the fact that no rule existed to stop it. 300,000 balls sold. And the industry noticed. The major golf ball manufacturers had a problem. A small company staffed by non-golfers had produced a ball that genuinely helped the recreational player. That was their market. That was their revenue. And the Polara was eating into it. What happened next was not a technical evaluation. It was a corporate lobbying campaign. Leading ball makers pressured the United States Golf Association to take action against the Polara. The USGA tested the ball. They confirmed it worked, and they confirmed it corrected hooks and slices. And then they made a decision that had nothing to do with fairness and everything to do with control. In 1981, the USGA inserted a brand new regulation into the rules of golf, the symmetry rule. It stated that a golf ball must perform the same regardless of how it is oriented on the tee or where on the ball's surface it is struck. This rule had one target, the Polara. No other ball on the market was affected. The 300-year-old rulebook had been rewritten to eliminate a single product. The USGA's official reasoning was that the Polara reduced the skill required to play golf. But the real skill being protected was not the golfers. It was the industry's skill at keeping recreational players dependent on equipment that never quite solved their problems. Polara Enterprises did not go quietly. In 1978, the company filed an antitrust lawsuit against the USGA. alleging that the governing body had colluded with the Golf Ball Manufacturing Association to destroy a competitor. The litigation ground through the courts for 7 years. In 1985, with the case heading to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco, the USGA settled. They paid Polara $1.375 million. Adjusted for inflation, that figure is roughly $3.5 million in today's money. The condition was simple: the ball comes off the market permanently. And just like that, the most effective recreational golf ball ever made was buried, not by the market, by the institution that claimed to protect the game. The Polara story did not end in 1985. It echoed. In 2005, a new company acquired the rights to the original Polara design. By 2009, AeroX Golf had purchased those rights and begun engineering a dramatically improved version. In August of 2010, the new Polara Ultimate Straight hit the market. The USGA's response was immediate and predictable. The ball did not conform to the rules, they said, just as the 1980s version did not conform. In May of 2011, a New York Times article about the resurrected ball generated so much demand that Polara's computer servers crashed for hours. Market research found that 28% of frequent golfers said they would play a non-conforming ball if it actually helped their game. But AeroX Golf could not survive on recreational sales alone. Internal disputes and a legal judgment against the company forced it into Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December of 2017. Meanwhile, the USGA is now deploying the same institutional authority it used against the Polara on a much larger scale. The 2028 ball rollback will increase the testing speed from 120 miles per hour to 125, cutting distance for tour players by up to 11 yards and affecting every golfer on the planet by 2030. The same governing body, the same pattern. Technology that challenges the status quo gets regulated out of existence. The Polara golf ball was not banned because it was bad for golf. It was banned because it was bad for the people who controlled golf. Two scientists who never played the game built something that actually helped the people who did. And the industry's response was not to compete. It was to legislate. The 300-year-old rulebook was rewritten. A 7-year legal battle was fought. A company was paid to disappear. And the average golfer went back to slicing into the trees. The game did not just change. It was changed for profit. Subscribe for more of golf's hidden history.
This Polara golf ball is self-correcting. It is illegal, but apparently it can fix your ball from slicing or hooking. I tend to hook the ball. I'm going up against Tate, who hits every ball straight. Can this give me an illegal advantage? Can I beat Tate? 3-hole challenge. Let's go, baby. What makes the straighter, Tate? It's the dimple pattern?
Dimple pattern. There's got to be some kind of weighting in there too, Alex, right?
Yeah, I think so, because they want you to line it up every time.
It's got to be perfectly aligned every time.
Every shot you line it up.